Alright, first off, this tutorial is being conducted on one of my old computers. So the audio quality that you're hearing from my voice right now is not going to be the greatest because it's being done on my old computer. I'm using a cheap $5 mic, and the mic is plugged into the actual computer's sound card. So, you know what I'm saying, that preamp is not the best preamp on the planet. But like I said, this is my old computer. I used to do music production when I was just getting into it and learning everything. Always learning. Never stop learning. But as you can see, it's not really a high-tech computer. It's a 1.1 gigahertz E-machines, AMD. It's actually 1.8, so I don't know why it says 1.1. And it's been upgraded. It originally had 512 megabytes of RAM, but it's been upgraded to 2 gigabytes of RAM. Well, I no longer use this computer because I upgraded to a quad-core computer with about 6 gigabytes of RAM. And so I gave this computer away to my daughter. So she uses it now for playing games. But I have to, since I have to conduct a tutorial over here, you don't expect the greatest audio quality. This is basically so you can see the principle about what's going on here. Now, you've seen those specs, right? I'm going to show you that even with those kind of specs, you can still make a good track. And I'm also going to show you a real simple layout that you can use to lay down some vocals to a track. And I have here a beat by Mr. K.A. It's called Missing You. It was free on SoundClick when I got it. And I'm just going to play a part of the track. Some of you have already heard this track, but it's called Missing You.
Girl, it's been so long since I felt your touch. Been so long and I miss you so much. Often sit here thinking about holding you.
Alright, so if you want to hear the rest of the song, go on my MySpace page. Song called Missing You. Now, I'm just going to talk about what I have here and what happened, what I was doing. It's a real simple basic layout here. All I have, the only type of effect I have in this track is a reverb. That is it. Some reverb on my vocals. I have, now Cubase SX3 calls them group tracks, but they're really just buses, alright? And this is an FX channel, but you could say that this is also a bus, right? But some of you may be like, ooh, that's pretty sweet. And yes, it is sweet that they do that, alright? Now, I have these two buses here, the lead and overdub, right? That's what the name of this bus is. And I have a stress bus. I have also an all vocal level bus because both of these buses here are being outputted to this bus so that I can control the volume level of both these buses. Now, both of these buses have all the vocal tracks being routed to them. And I'm going to show you that now. So I had the beat and I threw it in track 1, right? And then I created a folder named Lead Vocals. And inside that folder, I created 2 tracks. And I named one Main Vocal and Main Vocal 2. These 2 tracks will be to record my main verse, my lead vocal. And you can see the lead verse here. I recorded it all the way through to this point. And now you see the reason for the other track, track 3. So that if I need to stop and punch out and then punch back in, I can do that. So I recorded up to this point, stopped the recording, jumped down to this track. So I was recording, stopped the recording, jumped down here, and placed my indicator about right there and started recording again. And basically what happened is there was actually silence. You can see where I started recording from, but I trimmed away the silence, right? Slip editing type stuff. So then I recorded that portion, right? So after I recorded the first verse all the way through, what I did was I went down to my lead overdub folder, which I had put 2 tracks in also. And basically this is an overdub of me saying the exact same thing again. That's all it is. So I came into here and I enabled recording on there, and then I just recorded and said the exact same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and solo this one and this one, and you can hear them both together.
Girl, it's been so long since I felt your touch. Been so long and I miss you so much. Off the sea.
Alright, now I'll let you hear one by itself. This is just the one by itself.
Girl, it's been so long since I felt your touch. Been so long and I miss you so much. Off the sea.
Nothing spectacular about it. Actually kind of thin. Now, you don't have to do the overdub. I chose to. I can make this sound thick with compression and some other EQ methods, okay? But I choose always to overdub my vocals. And we'll talk more about the track shortly. I'll also show you that, for instance, the lead overdub is turned down, the overdub of the lead vocal is turned down 3 decibels. You can choose whatever level you want to. I chose to mix it in 3 decibels lower than the original. So it just adds a thickness, but it's not apparent that it's there. It's not 100% apparent that I did an overdub. They just sound nice and thick.